going, YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate. Welcoming back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today is day 91, the dawn of the final 10 days of this show. And we're taking a look at a blast from the past, a deck we tried a couple years ago actually on the show, which is the Fang of Critias. Specifically Fang Critias, not doing Timaeus, not doing Ermos. That was the deck we did before. And so today we're focusing exclusively on Critias. We're trying to fusion summon with our trap cards to summon big old nasty dragon monsters with some pretty busted effects. So we got ourselves our deck here today. We're showing up the combos and the wombos, the what do's and the what not do's. Have ourselves a good old time. Big old shout out to Mr. Spicy Boy, who wanted us to take a look at the Fang of Critias once more. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So of course we got ourselves our deck today. If you want to know the whole profile, it's going to be at the end as always after we have ourselves some nice old duels on EDO Pro showing off what this deck can do. So of course, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below to let us know you like what we do here. And for now, with all said and done, let's go on into the action, show off what this baby can do. Alrighty everybody, our first opponent, another day and another card game. So with our deck, we do prefer to go first. And yeah, you're going to go scissors, aren't you? Go on. I know you want to. Okay, so you got me there. That's okay. We can go second too. But they're going to let us go first. Okay. I can work with that just fine. So with our opening hand here, we're going to keep things nice and simple. I'm not going to do overly too much. I'm going to keep my Mirror Force in the hand because that is important for when we go for Critias. We need our trap cards to do the fusion. I just really wish I had my Lord of the Heavenly Prison right now. That would have been really good. That would have been great. So, what on earth is this? Swordsoul, you say? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. Swordsoul can be neat and tricky and stuff. We'll see where this is gonna go. Because, yeah, he's gonna synchro summon out into his, what's this called again? Yugioh, I believe it's pronounced. And that's okay, I think. Because, yeah, he'll summon out a bunch of synchro monsters and things. But I have Quaking Mirror Force, and that's going to be something my opponent is not built to handle. Because this trap card, this card was so great before Links came out. Basically, your opponent attacks you. This will flip all of his monsters in attack mode face down, and he can never put them face up again. And that's what it does. It's pretty dang nasty. Alright, so he's got his Shenying. It's pretty cracked in of itself. But this is exactly what our deck is built to do. So we shall activate Quaking Mirror Force. These go face down, and so unless he tribute summons or something, these are basically just stuck here. I don't think he can use that trap of his to get rid of these. I could be mistaken, but we shall see indeed. Alright, well where the heckin' is my stuff? I kinda need it. So we're gonna add the deck thin a little bit. We're gonna go for Lilith, the Lady of Lamentations. And she's gonna allow me to, let's see, what is this going to be? Typhon. Do I really want to go for Typhon now? No, I could, but I don't want to. Instead, it's going to use Lilith's effect. We're going to tribute her off, pick 3 trap cards, and they can be whatever we want them to be. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. We can actually do that. Okay. We're actually going to go for this. We're going to go for our trap card. And let's see. I can banish a trap from my graveyard. So, why not? We're going to activate Alice, the Lady of Lamentations. We can special summon her from the hand by banishing one of our trap cards. And that way, I can use Trap Trick next turn. And this is something we don't always do in this deck. It's actually something very rare in this deck that we do. Is I'm going to activate Trap Trick here. And we're going to go ahead and banish a Crush Card Virus for Crush Card Virus. And this is going to allow me to destroy all my opponent's monsters with 1,500 or more attack for 3 whole turns. It's absolutely nasty. Alrighty, what say ye to that, sir? What say ye to that? Because that's also going to look at all of his monsters. That'll destroy Shenying. That'll destroy Yugioh. And I don't remember the entirety of your archetype, but I'm pretty sure most of them have more than 1,500 attack points. So yeah, this is something we don't always see with this deck. Because normally with Crush Card, you want to fuse that with Critias, so my opponent surrenders because, yeah, his deck is chock full of big monsters. Kaiba boy, you can't have a deck full of big monsters. You know, modern Blue Eyes realize that one, so there you go. So Not the way this deck normally wins a duel, but in a sense it is, because we are playing around with like battle traps and things. So that's something that most modern decks just don't think about most of the time. Yeah, they have counters to that, but they don't think, there's battle traps involved here. So we got to show off the crush card Virus winning a duel. We haven't seen that in a long time, but let's go over duel number 2. Show off more what the deck's really trying to do, and that is get the Fangs Critias, fuse into the dragon that works like crush card. That's what we want to do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Well, Tom, let's go for our fusions. Go for it. You know, we need the Fangs Critias. We want to summon out our fusion, but it's nice that we get to do like crush card classical. But that's not the point of this deck. The point of this deck is for other greater things. So let's go ahead and start with our Lair of Darkness. You know, pretty classical start with this deck. We gotta have our Lilith Lady of Lamentations. And we'll use her effect. And let's see, I've got the Ring of Destruction. Let's go ahead for Trap Trick. Ballista Squad and Trap Trick. We'll see where this is gonna go. We'll see what this guy picks. Probably gonna pick Ballista Squad, but you never know. You never know what he's gonna go for. But we know what we're gonna go for. We're gonna go for our brother, the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Absolutely cracked card in this deck. Not only does it protect my back row, but it's also gonna allow me to search out a spell, which sadly has to be set onto the field to, you know, do the search. But it is gonna allow me to search out any spell trap I like once I've activated a set card. Very useful. And we're up against Lunalights. Alright, Lunalights. Oh boy. That can be pretty big. Lunalight's are all about them OTKs and stuff, so we'll see where this is gonna go. Luckily, I'm tributing my opponent's stuff, so that'll get around Leo Dancer. But anything more than that could be very dodgy. Very dodgy indeed. Alright, so Tanky's gonna go off. You put this blatantly in the pendulum column zone, or whatever you want to call it. Just saying. Just saying, you've stopped yourself from pendulum summoning. Seems like a bit of a misplay there, but that's just me. Maybe he's trying to say he doesn't need to pendulum summon to beat me. Such hubris might cost you, sir. It may or may. Alright, so you're getting rid of that squirrel, that damn squirrel. I forget why I despise this thing, so I think it's like a loop that they can do. But I despise this squirrel with a passion. Alright, so let's see. Yep, there's the squirrel. Yeah, of course, there's another one. You see one squirrel, you see another squirrel. Alright. Yeah, he's got his Yellow Marten on the board again. Oh, wait, hold on. What am I talking about? Let's see. I can't be destroyed. I revealed my monster, remember? Thanks for discarding a card, though. That I appreciate. Thank you very much. If he had gone after Lair, that would have been bad. That would have been actually really, really, really bad. Alright, so Heavy Poly. This is actually a really cool fusion spell. He can fuse with the stuff in his extra deck. He will take some damage if he does this, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you do it, man. So Guardian's Chimera. That's going to destroy my cards, and it's going to do some other stuff. Let me think about this. That could be bad. Let me think about this. Yeah, that's a tricky one. That is a legitimately tricky one. Let's see here. Because he used the monster on the field, so he gets to pop one of my cards. So he's going to go after my Lair of Darkness. Almost assuredly. Like, I want to do something, but at the same time, I just don't know if it's going to be helpful, you know what I mean? So let's tribute off his Guardian Chimera. We'll pop his Tanky just to reduce his attack points a little bit. Get the Lord of the Heavenly Prison to do its thing. We'll see. It's going to be a very touch-and-go scenario here. Oh, you're that... Oh my, I was worried about nothing. Why did you go after that again? Was that a debate, or are you just silly? I can't tell. Alright, alright. It's fine. It's totally fine. Absolutely, positively. I don't know if I got debated just there, or my opponent just... I think they just really made a mistake, but at the same time, that's really bad for me. So let's go for Trap Trick again. I think this will be better in the... Wait, no, I can't get another Ballista Squad, but I can get other things. I can get other cards, and we'll see where this is going to go. Yeah, Lunalight Parfum. Get yourself your black sheep. You still have Lunalight Fusion. I have nothing summoned from the extra deck, though, so it's not like he can use stuff from his deck to fusion summon. And the thing about Lunalight the fusion monsters is that to summon out Leo, he needs Panther. To get Panther, he needs Cat. Although he could just make Saber Dancer, which is also a good card. See, cannot target with card effects, which is not great for me. Not the best thing in the world for me. But Saber Dancer's not that big of a problem, I don't think. Goodness gracious, he's just gonna... Oh, no, now he's gonna go for Wolf. Now he's gonna go for... Dang it, I can't believe I played my Ballista Squad early. I was expecting him to destroy my field spell. If he had, that would have been bad, but he didn't do that. Instead, he did silly stuff. All right, so what are you going to go for? Lunalight Tiger, bringing back Collided Chicken. And that's going to send your Panther. Okay. All right. This is not good, because he definitely has Wolf at this point, doesn't he? He definitely 120% has a Wolf. Or not. This guy is either the most brilliant Lunalight player in the world, or the most foolish one. Let's see. Yeah, I can't destroy his Saber Dancer because I can't target it with card effects, so I'm just going to allow the attacks to go through. I don't think it matters too much. But we should be still okay for the most part. Because, yeah, he'll get a bunch of tokens. But that's not a big issue or anything, so yeah, I think we'll be okay. Oh, hey, Tour Guide, cool. Let's go ahead and activate our Trap Trick Trap. Get one of our Battle Trap... Well, actually, I could probably go for Crush card. Again with the Crush card. Like, that's not the point of the deck, but it's dang well putting in the work. All right. Let me think about this. Okay, we're going to go for our Tour Guide of the Underworld. We're going to use her effect. And this is going to summon out my copy of Skarm. I could just summon out the Lady Lamentation and distribute this thing, but I'd rather go for this because it's neat. It's a neat effect. What can I say? Foe. Let's see. Do you have any darks in the graveyard, actually? You do. Because normally this is where I go for Beat Cop. But at the same time, this sounds like a neat trick. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to summon out our boy, Dark of the Dark Charmer, the Gloomy One. We use his effect to steal my opponent's Guardian Chimera, because it's big. It's nice and big, and I can steal it from you. And then we're going to go ahead into... just double checking things. Yeah. We're going to go ahead into our Nightmare Unicorn. And we'll be good, you know? Because oh, wait, I can't target you. That's right. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to get rid of his Lunalight Tiger then. This works too, because this can still be destroyed by stuff. So, I'm good in the hood. Let's activate our Crush card Virus now. We'll tribute off his token, destroy all of his big monsters, which is not all of them, but it's, you know, his fusion anyway. So at least the fusion, he will get to destroy some of his cards. And he doesn't take any damage, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. What are you doing? Oh, my attack goes to 0. I see. Well, if that's the case... If that's the case, sir... I could still go for the Beat Cop. I still could go for the Beat Cop, or I could go for Little Knight, seeing as I'm not going to be doing damage this turn anyway. So yeah, let's go for SP Little Knight to just kind of screw this guy's whole setup and things. Alright. Alright. Again, I really wanted to go for Critias, though. Because when you go for Critias, it's just so much better. Let's see. Yeah, get rid of the Panther Dancer, because he needs that for the other fusion. It will end our turn for now, because I can't do damage. So, Layer of Darkness will go off. I'll get myself a token or two. Yeah, we'll get one token. Skarm, importantly, though, is going to get me a copy of Lilith. So that way I can tribute my opponent's monsters some more. So, again, this deck is working phenomenally well in terms of just, you know, doing the Layer of Darkness thing. Fang and Critias is just not showing up as often as I'd like it to, but that's just... Sometimes that happens, but that's okay. We got ourselves more duels coming around the bend. It's not going to be the end of nothing. So let's see, what's this doing? Send to the graveyard card effect, add a Lunalight spell trap. You know, that is true. Get yourself a Satinade. Alright. That's fine. Although maybe I could have SP'd right there just to prevent him going Lunalight Fusion. So this is going to give you an attack boost. That's neat. Yeah, let's just hedge bet. Let's just hedge bets here. I don't want him to just run over SP Lunalight if I can help it. Oh. Crimson Foxy. Alright. Okay. That's fair too. Alright, go ahead. You gain some attack points. And then you summon out another Lunalight from the hand, and that is the chicken. I definitely don't want you to keep the chicken, because that would be bad. I will take battle damage. I will not be taking that damage. Now, I can't do any more damage to my opponent, again, because of the crush card. It's still a turn of no damage, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. You know, the more important thing is I stopped Collided Chick from going into, you know, dumping more fusions and stuff. That would have been bad. That would have been a disaster. So remind me the exact effect of Serenade. Fusion is fusion. Summon, get a token. Main phase, banish from the graveyard. Okay, so that's a card you want in the graveyard. Gotcha. Gotcha. Ooh, Arma. Let's see. That is pretty good. That is making things difficult for me. Because I can either tribute his stuff to draw cards, or I can tribute his monsters to get trap cards. Such a difficult decision. But I think tributing my opponent's monsters for traps, probably the better option here. So let's go ahead. We'll get Trap Trick, Ballista Squad, or Quaking Mirror Force. Your choice. It's always interesting to see what my opponent will actually pick. Like, you can pick 3 of the same card. That is something you can do. But it's still kind of neat to see what your opponent's actually going to pick. So let's go ahead and just attack this dude with the token, because you rarely do that. Alrighty. So we're just keeping on. This is what the deck is about. We're all about that control. We pop on an opponent's cards. We're tributing their stuff. I just want to see the Fang Critias. We got a taste of it. So far, we've had that taste of it, and that's the thing. Like, essentially, this and Doomvirus Dragon are the same card. But at the same time, I'd rather go for the Doom Virus, because that's like pre-errata Crush Card Virus. It's even better. So much better. So what do you got? Emerald Bed. Let's see. Yeah, I can't tribute you during your turn, so we'll see about that doing. Alright. Serenade. Summon a Lunalight monster from the deck, which is pretty good. Alright. It's fine. Ditching polymerization. Going into what, though? That's the question. Because he knows I have Ballistic Squad. He picked me getting this. So, logically, that must imply my opponent has, like, an out to this. So, what we're going to do, Ballista Squad here. Tribute, pop. Tribute and pop. So that ought to stop. Wait, can he still fusion summon? Oh, he can. Oh, that's right. He used up to the number of monsters I have. So he can still summon Leo, but he took all the damage from all the attack of those monsters. Ha ha! There you go. I mentally broke him. All right, so there you go for duel number 2. Again, the deck is working phenomenally well in terms of, like, layer. But for the third duel, we definitely got to buckle down, double down, get Fang and Critias on the board. You know, hell or high water, get the Fang and Critias on the board. So we can go in for our Mirror Force Dragon and stuff. Let's make that the ultimate focus no matter what. Let's go ahead for duel number 3. All right, everybody, the third opponent, the fight in third. Let's go in all through. Get out the Fang and Critias, man, because it's a thing sometimes. Okay, I was about to say, but perfect. Absolutely, positively, 120%. All I need is a trap card I can fuse with, and I'm good. I really wish I could fuse with, like, other traps with this thing. If only Kaba had used the Fang and Critias more often, we could have had even more fusion. There is one fusion we're not playing, and that's, like, the Tyrant Wing Dragon. I could play it, but then that trap is literally useless unless I get Fang and Critias. So that's why we're not playing it. So it would have been nice if there was, like, a Ballista Dragon. That sounds pretty neat. I think that sounds like a pretty cool card. So, what is my opponent playing? We don't yet know, actually. Huh. It's hard to say. Lots of set cards. I do like to do that, too. We are like set brothers. We both like to set things. Alright, let's see here. Huh. Okay. Critias definitely wants to be involved today. I like it. I like that Critias is like double in my hand. That's great. I really like that. Now, we still don't know what my opponent's doing, though. That's the tricky bit. We don't yet know what their strategy is. So we'll see. I'll activate the Layer of Darkness, see what that baits out here. Ah, trap tracks, I see. Popping Fallen of Albaz, you say, to get a trap card. Interesting. Okay. I'm curious as to what trap exactly you would be getting. Eradicator epidemic virus. Okay. I mean, that affects me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see here. I'm gonna summon out my boy, Arma the Wicked Wyrdon. That way I can battle phase first, so I can do some damage, and then I'm gonna tribute him to draw another card. That way, you know, Arma gets me deeper and deeper, and gets me closer to the cards I want. You know, get me my Mirror Force. Give me my Trap Trick. Give me my stuff. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. Interesting so far with this deck. I'm curious with the Eradicator Epidermic Virus. Is this meant as a counter to Lair? Or is this his actual strategy? That is the question. Ah, branded in red. I see. I see indeed. So you're going to fusion summon in the olden battle phase. Alright. And then this will let him fusion summon again. What does the Tri Brigade do again? Alright. Lets him get another Albazian. Let's see. Monster that mentions it or is Albaz. Okay. Adding Guiding Quem, the Virtuous Lady. No, as much as I'd love to keep attacking, I think that's a bad idea. Let's go ahead and... Actually, hold on. I can distribute your monster. Okay. No, I actually do want to draw a card. Not that one, but it's not bad. I'll take it. I mean, it's not the trap I want, but it's a trap I got in life. Therefore, it's what I have to deal with. Okay. So, now let's go ahead and get ourselves that Spiffy token. Have a little Spiffy token action on the side, and we'll see where this goes. Because he has Guiding Quem. Remind me how Guiding Quem works exactly. Thank you. This is summon. Set a Fallen of Albaz. Let's see. Target Albaz or monster of the graveyard. Summon it. Okay. Alright. So this is going to get you an Albazian. I see. So he could get like that bird or something like that. Or just another copy of Albaz. But I feel like it's not going to be Albaz. Just have a feeling. Actually, hold on. It might be Albaz because this has been banished, so he can't use Guiding Quem's effect. Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. Okay. Alright. Alright. I like where this is going this far. I mean, again, if this had only been regular Mirror Force, I like to play the Quaking, you know? There are a lot of monsters in today's game that can't be destroyed by card effects like good old Mirror Force likes to do. So, Quaking's just a nice card to have, you know? Just to flip all my opponent's monsters face down, get rid of that nonsense, don't have to deal with any of that. That's why I like to play it. That's why I really, really like to play this one. But I do wish this was regular Mirror Force right now so I can go for my boss monster. Good old Mirror Force Dragon. You know, he's pretty good. And what is it? You know, monster of mine gets attacked or targeted by any card effect, just nuke their board. Any spell trap, any monster, just get it off the board. That's what Mirror Force Dragon's all about. Alright, so my opponent, he's thinking really hard about this one, which is fair. He wants to make sure he makes the right decision and all that good stuff. So, I think he's realizing he made a slight error with the Fallen of Albaz. I'm surprised he didn't... Oh, there we go. There we go. I figured he was going to go for Fallen of Albaz. I just had that feeling. Alright, so Allure Darkness, turn. Hey, you got a Dart monster. Cool. I'm glad he didn't just ditch his card. He would have definitely... possibly rage quit after that. It's not a fun thing to blind Allure and lose it all. Okay, Albion the Shrouded Man. Okay. Let's see. Send Albaz or Branded Spell Trap. Let's see. And that's going to allow you to draw another card? Yep. Okay. Alright, my opponent, he doesn't have a lot, but my opponent is definitely trying their best. And you got to give him credit for that. You gotta give him credit for trying their best here. Plus, he also just got rid of his Branded Fusion, which is kind of a big one, but it's neither here nor there. We'll let him destroy the token. I don't need to just completely shut this dude down. Partly because I don't think I need to. Partly because I really don't want to. Alright. And yeah, we had to activate layer. I really wish this was automatic, but it's not. It's not an automatic thing. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. That is exactly what we want. So we're going to tribute off Quem again, because I just can. We're going to go ahead and draw ourselves another card. We'll activate the Lord of the Heavenly Prison to protect our back row in case I need it. And we'll just keep attacking my opponent. We don't need to do anything more than that. Because I really want this duel to go another turn, so I can have the best chance I get for going into my Mirror Force Dragon. Because, like I said, hell or high water, that is the plan right now. That is the plan. Just go for Mirror Forcey Dragon. So we'll give ourselves a token again. We'll see what this guy can do. Because he still has Eradicator Epidermic Virus, and I will state, that is a dangerous thing right now. Because, you know, obviously... Uh-oh. Okay, I was about to say. I was about to say that could have been really bad. Let's go ahead and banish Mirror Force for Mirror Force. Get that on the board. And I would normally go for Lord of the Heavenly Prison now, but that's a really bad idea at this particular moment. So we're going to save that. We're going to save it because, yeah, basically what's going to happen here is I'm going to go for Fangs and Critias. And unfortunately... because he has the Eradicator virus, and I'm playing Lair, he's actually able to tribute my own monster. But regardless, we summoned out one of our dragons, okay? It might not be a good time for him to be on the field, but he's there. No, we got Mirror Force Dragon on the board. Let's see here. You know what? Let's do as my opponent. Let's allure twice. Let's see if we can get one of our other trap cards. Yeah. I like... oh, wait, I can only play this once per turn. That's right. Okay. Totally fine. Let's just go ahead and battle the phase. We'll battle phase my opponent, and he's probably going to Eradicator me at some point. Surprisingly, he hasn't yet, which I think is odd. I think it's rather... maybe he's waiting to do it on his turn. That actually makes some sense, because he wants to make sure I don't get a free token. Okay. All right. All right, was not expecting my opponent to be so reserved, but there you go. And I could Ballista Squat, but obviously he's going to stop that. So let's go ahead and attribute the token. And I could search a dark with big attack numbers. But I like to just draw cards. Like, you know, I could get for Diablos, but I really don't need to. So let's just set another card. We'll end our turn for now. And you know what? I'm happy with the setup, you know. I know at any point this guy's going to Eradicator Epidemic Virus me, and then I'm going to cry because he's going to get rid of all my trap cards, and that's not good. But, you know, until that happens, I'm fine. All right, what do we got here? Tri-Brigade to the bed. All right. What are you going to do? All right. Well, I'm sorry, my friend, but you've activated Mirror Force Dragon's effect. Why is he not using... can he not use Eradicator Virus? He should be able to. Because I have the layer... oh, wait, it's only me gets attributed... oh, that's only me, that's right. Alright, that's fine. Alright, Triple Tactical Thrust. Doing its thing. I'm sitting here worrying this guy's going to be able to tribute my Mirror Force Dragon. He couldn't the whole time. I'm like, wait, doesn't this work both ways? No, only the dark thing is both ways. That's the thing. So, we're all set. I was so worried about that trap. I've literally been... shaking in my boots, and I'm not even wearing boots right now. I'm barefoot, and I was still shaking in my boots. But we're all good. Yeah, he's got the triple thrust. Get the triple tactical talents. And let's... oh, hold on. Ah, finally. He's got the branded fusion. Okay. Alright. Okay. My opponent's doing what they want to do. They're finally getting into that branded fusion action. So, this could be potentially bad, though. Potentially. And it's potentially bad in the sense that if he goes into Albion, and if he has like another rebellion, if he makes Red Eyes Dragoon, that could be bad. I don't have a lot that can get around Dragoon. Like, I have things that can get around him, but not through him, if he catches him adrift. Alright, so yeah, Albion the branded boy. And let's wait a breath and see what happens here. I'm more curious than anything else. Plus, I can still tribute off his Dragoon if he does make it. So we're all set. We're all set. Like I said, this is exactly what we want our deck to do. We got the Layer of Darkness doing its thing. We're tribute my opponent's monsters to stop them from running us over. And we've got our monster on the board. It took us a bit. It took a minute. But we did it. We have our Mirror Force Dragon. He's got Ice... Oh, it's Ice Blade. I don't like this guy at all, because he's just going to get rid of my cool stuff. Let's see. How's this work again? Alright. Go ahead. It's already main phase 2. You're not attacking me. No, Arima! He was my friend. He was a good doggo, tiger, demon thing. How could you? All right. Well, that's fine. You know what? This is even better. Actually, this is even better than what I was hoping to happen. Cause yeah, Albion is gonna set him branded in red. That lets him fusion summon again. Oh, and Ecclesia. Gotta remember Ecclesia. All right. You got to remember all these. And now this guy's actually kicking up into turbo gear. Because now he's getting all his cards back in the end phase. All right. Well, this is fine. And the reason it's fine. Oh. You guys have to understand me here. I can summon either dragon. The question is, who do I summon? Do I summon forth? Where'd he go? Do I summon forth the pre-erotic Crush Card Virus? Or do I summon that Destruction Dragon for the lulz? Oh, it's so hard to decide. They're both so cool. Alright, so what's gonna happen here? Branded in red. Get back Guiding Quim. Form a fusion summon. And I would assume... Yeah, you already have Mirror Jade. Do I got water? I got like the hiccups here. Okay, what do we got here? I see. You're gonna go for that guy. So that was one on the board, pop one on the board. Yeah. Might as well use this now that I have it. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Mirror Jade Dragon just to get that thing off the board. We'll see where this is gonna go. Because it's still my turn. But that's the thing, it's still my turn, sir. My turn. So yeah, he gets to pop one of my cards. Not that it's going to matter too much. Not that it's going to matter. I'm just saying it don't matter. Yeah, he got rid of my fields as I would expect him to do. But that's fine. The duel is pretty much over. But let's activate our Fangs Critias one more time. And dang it, you surrender now of all times? Come on. All right. But I was going to go for Crush Card Virus Dragon and literally destroy everything my opponent had with like big numbers, which that would have gotten rid of Quem. That would have gotten rid of what else did he have in his hand? He had a bunch of stuff in his hand. I can't look at it all right now. I think he had like Ecclesia too. So yeah, basically that was going to get rid of all of his monsters for 3 turns. So very nice on us. Let's go ahead for the end screen now. I would love to do a 4th duel today, but we're a little low on the time, and also we've shown up like the idea of this deck for the most part. So let's go for the end screen. We'll talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody. So the Fangs Critias deck went pretty dang good today. You know, Layer of Darkness, very tricky set of cards. They really just, you know, confound and confuse your opponent. And when you drop a big old Mirror Force Dragon on your opponent on top of all that, it can be a deadly combination. So we were able to do what our deck wanted to do for the most part. We didn't get to see as much of Critias until the 3rd duel, but dang it, you know, sometimes our monsters are prima donnas. We're gonna say, I have all the search in the world to get the darn thing, and yet sometimes that just happens. So regardless, I'm happy with how the deck turned out. You know, we got to do what we wanted to do. We got ourselves some combos and our wombos going off, and you know what? We had ourselves some nice games today. So I'm happy with it. I hope everyone at home is as well. If you did like what we did today, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons down below. Help the channel out, because we only have 9 videos after this one, minusing the special, so it's really 10. But 9 more episodes of the 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it's all over. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. Here is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I just like the little preview here. So today, the Fangs Critias. Tomorrow, it's going to be Mecha Phantom Beast in a pure form. I almost want to do this on Master Duel. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's a slightly better chance here, but we'll see. Mecha Phantom Beast, more or less pure. we'll see how that's going to go. But for now, here's the deck profile for anyone who's curious about our Fang of Critias deck. Take it out, have yourselves a good old time with it. Play yourself some Fang Critias monsters and just kind of have a good time with your buddies. Play some casual jank, you know what I mean? So for our main deck, we played 3 copies of the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Very important card to search and protect our cards. We have 1 Darkest Diablos. It's like a spicy tech card sort of thing. You know, it can also tribute my opponent's stuff, mess with their hands. We have, of course, 3 copies of Arma, pretty much the most important monster in the main deck here, because it can tribute my opponent's monsters to draw or search, and I can discard them to get my field spell. Then, of course, we have Lilith, the Lady of Lamentations, another very important card in the deck, tribute my opponent's stuff or mine, get myself trap cards, very good. 1 copy of Malice, Lady of Lamentations, because I can tribute 2 monsters to recover one of my banished or in graveyard trap cards. 2 copies of Turgai of the Underworld. There's a little miniature link engine here, along with our 1 copy of Skarm, because when this hits the grave and in the end phase, it'll search out things like Lilith. And then, of course, we have 2 copies of Alice, Lady of Lamentations. When she's normal summoned, I can just revive things like Lilith so I can use her again. So that's pretty dang neat. And I can also just special summon her by banishing a trap card. And she has, what was the other effect? I can get, yeah, basically, if she gets tributed herself, I can search a Lilith. So just another method of getting Lilith in the hand. 3 copies of Allure, because we just like to have extra draw, and we have a lot of redundant dart monsters. We don't need to have every single one of them. 3 copies, of course, of the Fang of Critias, because we just want to try and get this as often as possible, so I can fuse with my trap cards. We got ourselves our 1 Triple Tactical Talent and 2 copies of Triple Tactical Thrust. I like 2 Triple Thrust, because it's going to let me search out Critias, of course. But we also run the 1 Triple Tactical Talents in case I need to draw more cards or steal my opponent's stuff or what have you may. 1 copy Terraforming, again for the field spell. Triple Super Poly, because putting all my opponent's monsters in the darks and super polying it will never get old. Also, we have our 3 copies of Lair of Darkness, makes everyone dark, lets me tribute my opponent's stuff, everyone gets tokens, the whole shebang. For the trap lineup, I went for 2 of a lot of these ones. We have 2 copies of Quaking Mirror Force to change my opponent's monsters face down. Really useful for when those Makonkos try to take over the game, let me tell you. 2 copies of Mirror Force so we can fuse with our dragon. 2 copies of the OG Crush card Virus, so I can use that to fuse again with Critias to try and make my Doom Virus Dragon. 3 copies of Trap Trick, so I can banish one of my extra copies of my traps to get the ones that I need. We don't need to worry about so much longevity here, so much as just getting the cards out. So triple Trap Trick works pretty good. 2 copies of Ballista Squad, so I can tribute my opponent's monsters to destroy their cards. Really nasty card to use along with Lair of Darkness. And then, of course, Ring of Destruction, which again is something we more often use for Fang of Critias, but I can destroy my opponent's monsters and deal burn damage with this as well. So it really just depends on the scenario. So as for the extra deck, pretty standard stuff. We have Masquerena along with Unicorn for a basic, remove my opponent's cards from the field combo. We have Beat Cop, which I can use to put a counter on my field spell to protect it. Good old SP Lunalight, so I can interrupt my opponent. Dark to steal their dart monsters. Underworld Goddess, which we almost never summon, but it's better to have it than not. We have our 1 Typhon in case my opponent's just spamming cards and they have a lot of big beat sticks. And our 1 copy of the Doom Virus Dragon, which is literally pre-errata Crush Card Virus. 3 turns of all my opponent's monsters that have high attack points getting destroyed. We have our 1 copy of Mud Dragon, our 1 Garura for super poly targets. We have our Destruction Dragon, which is essentially just a once per turn, one-sided Ring of Destruction. So that's pretty dang cool. And it's actually not this Ring of Destruction. No, it's pre-errata as well. So it's pretty cool when you get this thing on the board, let me tell you. We have our 2 copies of Mirror Force Dragon. It's our, our penultimate boss monster. When we're attacked or targeted, it nukes my opponent's board. We have our Starry Venom as well, alongside with Predator Plant, Trip of Veritum. Again, more super poly targets. That's the sort of thing we want to have in the extra deck. As for the side deck, Horus is here, but I mostly put this in as a joke. You don't really need Horus in the deck unless you're really, really jonesing for yugioh plays. That's the only reason I would include things like Horus in this deck. We have things like the Magician of Faith. If you want to recover your Fang of Critias or any of your normal spells, not super poly, but things like Allure, Fang, Triple Tactics, recover those. Why the heck not? There's also things like Tyrant Burst Dragon. It's the other fusion monster. Just, he equips onto a monster, it gives it 400 attack and defense and lets it attack 3 times, which is pretty dang good. But the trap they use to summon this thing only works with dragons, so it doesn't really work in this build. I also considered things like Gallant Granite. If you want to put like a rank 4 engine in this deck, it's pretty useful to searching out lower than Headley Prison, so that's an option. Alongside with other things like more triple tactical talents. We have other mirror forces as well, things like Storming to bounce things to the hand, Drowning if you're attacked directly, spins everything back into the deck. And then we have things like Blazing to destroy monsters and deal burn damage. And if you really want to make sure you get that field spell all the time, consider a couple copies of Metaverse along with your Trap Trick. So that's the deck, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the continuation of the 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! We're getting into the final stretch, people. Keep your game on. We're going for the gold. Let's see you tomorrow. Until next time, stay safe and happy. You have a good one. We'll see you then.